Hey everybody, welcome back to the Galaxy Last Week. I am the Gerbil, and this is August the 28th, 2022. Got a lot to talk about today, but I'm not going to go into too much depth as always. This is an overview of the week in review with a bit of beyond the tables, extras for fun. If you have any thoughts or questions about anything I cover in the episode, please do put those in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So first up from the devs, we got an update that didn't tell us anything, and they put this cute little Obi-Wan Kenobi picture there, where like, these aren't the droids you're looking for, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, this isn't the update I'm looking for either, right? I want like ship loadouts. That'd be a nice update. Moving on. Also from the devs this week, we got confirmation that the Profundity is coming on September 1st. Release date on the 31st of August. So I guess that means like kit reveal, I'm guessing, on the 31st. They still haven't said what it's going to do. I'm super stoked about it. I've been predicting this long before most people. My first vid about it goes back almost 5-6 months ago now. So this has been a long time in the waiting. We got some additional information though about its expectations, and I actually have some concern. I don't want to go negative here, but I have some definite concern because see, it says if you put Executor on defense, the Profundity is meant to beat it. Good. I would hope so, with an R9 minimum requirement on the capital ship. I mean, everybody's gonna have an R9 who has it, so how do you differentiate on speed already? There's some concerns here. But anyway, moving on. If you put the Profundity on defense in GAC, Executor is meant to beat it. Now, this is good, actually, because it means we don't have, hopefully, a year of mirror matches ahead of us. I mean, a year of Profundity versus Profundity is probably going to burn just as bad as Executor versus Executor. But at the same time, the Profundity requirements are a bit steeper, with an R9 Admiral Raddus, who, I'll be honest, I think the Rogue One, after extensive testing, I'm not a fan of them. Right now, they're sorely lacking something. But with an R9 requirement, it's actually designed to lose. That, when you let that soak in, you think about it. You invest all these characters, Relic 8 Cassian, who presently is not so good, Relic 9 Raddus, and then it's actually designed, planned to lose. I mean, that goes with the lore, right? I mean, it gets captured. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't want mirror matches, but I also don't want to consider how much resources I put into this for something that's going to lose, at least planned to lose. Oh well, in 3 or 4 days, we'll find out more, right? Just a little speculation here. I have never been able to trigger the Suprosa supercomputer ability on my Outrider. Never happened since that's come out. So it also, if we're going with lore, would make sense that the Profundity is going to have something to do with that. I'm just going to go ahead for the sake of, here's my prediction. Am I awesome or not? It's like a whale or fail, but no, it's a guess or fail moment. I think that the Profundity is not going to negate the Death Star or blow it up or anything like that, which I've heard so many people speculate. I think what it is going to do, the ultimate will be like, downloading enemy ship blueprints to identify weak spots, critical points of contact, right? Where's the soft spot on this enemy ship? That way it's applicable to any fleet, whether you're going against Finalizer or Malevolence. And I think what it would do is give like all Rebel ships like massive crit damage, 400% offense or something along those lines. I don't think it's going to specifically call out Executor or Death Stars. I also think it's going to have speculations with cargo ships. Been saying that for a while. Really hope it happens. Okay, moving on. Enough speculation. So at the bottom of the Profundity update, we also got a teaser that Andor is getting an Omicron. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think this is the first time that we have actually had a teaser. Normally, we wake up or we come home from work or whatever, and there's a forum post that says, hey, guess what? So-and-so's getting an Omicron. And we're like, yay, cool. Well, this time they actually told us in advance. They said that look out for a future update that will include an Omicron for Andor to coincide with the new Andor TV show. I'm going to also speculate here and say that I think it's going to be the first ship-related Omicron. To me, it just makes sense. We're getting Profundity. Cassian has his own U-Wing. He was required to upgrade for Relic 8. So I'm not sure that the Omicron is going to relate specifically to his character kit, but that would be cool if it does either way. If so, my guess here is that it's going to take these buffs and debuffs that he applies, and it's going to, instead of like the shot grenade, instead of spreading those buffs out, one here, one there, one here, one here, I think it's going to hit like everybody. So you put ability block, defense down, healing immunity, offense down, speed down on all enemies. That sounds like a super worthy Omicron. Will it make the team any better? For a moment. Will it help them win? I don't know. I'm just not super impressed. Groundwork could get buffed by, like, instead of saying these are for 3 turns, could be like till the end of the event, right? Potency up, defense up, protection up till the end of the event. That could be a whole lot more meaningful. We also got Datacron set 4, and there's not much here except this one line. Datacrons are meant to be a fun and exciting way to adjust the meta. No, they are not fun. I use them. I'm using them in GAC and Territory Wars, and I am farming them when available, but they are not fun, and they don't adjust the meta. As far as I can see, what they do is simply raise everybody. So like if your meta is here and someone else is here and you raise them both, well, guess what? The meta is still winning. They're still ahead. All right. We think rock, scissors, right? Rock beats scissors. So if we give rock a level 9 Datacron, we give scissor level 9 Datacron, rock is still going to win. I don't see this adjusting the meta in the slightest. Kenobi was already the top of the meta. Kenobi with the Stunacron stayed top of the meta. Time will tell if that's the way it plays out. And again, I don't mean to be negative, but this bugs me. So yeah, and then it's about tunes no longer in your rotation, making them more viable. If they're not in our rotation, we're not gearing them up. If we're not gearing them up, they're not going to meet the relic threshold required for the Datacron. So that doesn't sound true either. And then finally, we appreciate all the feedback and suggestions you've made. I don't know whose feedback and suggestion they're listening to, but they did ask or provide some questions that they probably asked each other and then answered them. It's like, with 3 sets live, it's very confusing to know where to invest or which ones to use. That, I didn't hear anybody complain about that, but it is a true statement, so kudos to CG for acknowledging that. Also, the Datacrons should have a longer lifespan at the top. Again, that was a popular complaint. Kudos for them again for recognizing that. So these are changes that they're going to make, I think, are good. They're going to make the Datacrons live longer, so we're not wasting too much of our time and resources into them. And they're only going to have, I think, 2 running at a time going forward instead of 3 or 4 or whatever, which is, I think, really good. But the big one is that they're still, no matter what, they're still a temporary thing, and that some of the buffs are just ridiculous. Like the Stunacron, the Inquisitor one in the very beginning, if you happen to have that with the Max Inquisitors, it was insane. 2,000 or whatever % health steal is insane. And it's okay. It's actually going to get a whole lot worse, though, with Datacron Set 4. So spoiler, if you were watching, this is a really negative episode, guys. I'm so sorry. But there is an incredible amount of dodge and deflection in here. So some characters already have like a 20% evasion, and it's frustrating enough. Well, now you can tack on another 70% on top of that, right? For the 3 different tiers where you can roll 10% dodge, 20% dodge, and another 20% or 30% dodge. Sorry, that's 60%. So dodging 80% of the attacks potential. Yeah, that sounds like total fun. So Reddit has ignited with that one. If you've been over to Reddit, a lot of people talking about it. Arnold's been talking about it. Lots of people have been talking about it. It's scary. And I particularly am frustrated now, like sincerely, legitimately, for the first real time about Datacrons. They've been an annoyance. Now it's actually an absolute irritation to me, because dodge is not a mechanic you have any control over whatsoever. Zero, none. You can add an accuracy arrow, and it's just like, wowzers, would that be a waste of time for the most part? I mean, that's just on the offshoot hope that you run into an opponent with dodge, or you could apply it if they have their team on defense, but that's just so much more micromanaging and research, and there's already too much of that in the game. It's like, that just takes more time that a lot of working folks don't have. So this is frustrating. This is incredibly frustrating. Whatever. I hope you're listening to this feedback, CG. Moving on. I discovered a bug this week. So check this out. Here we go. Biston is going to apply target lock on the Razor Crest. Now, next, Han Solo Falcon's going to shoot. It's going to call an assist, which happens to be Razor Crest, who shoots twice. But the target is target locked, which means that its basic should have triggered Biston to assist. It could not call the Falcon, because the Falcon can't be called. It's a scoundrel, only non-scoundrel allies. And I reported this to Capital Gains in the official forums, and they replied with a whole bunch of chatter amongst themselves, never addressing the issue. But other people said it appears it's working as intended and that the wording is wrong. I guess somebody posted a screenshot of some of the code of the mechanics of how the claw's basic is supposed to function. Turns out the claw will only call another random non-scoundrel ally, rebel ally, to assist if it is its own turn. If it is assisting, it will not call another assist. Unlike a couple rebel teams that can do that, or Imperial troopers, right? So like Gideon takes a turn, or whatever, someone takes a turn, and then Piet assists on his basic, he'll call somebody to assist, right? So the assisting character calls an assist. There are instances where that happens. This is not one of them. CG has not confirmed that, but there's been 8 or 9 comments back and forth in the support thread I posted, and it appears everybody is saying, yeah, it's working as intended. So just be aware, there's a wording problem on there. Raven's Claw will only call an assist if it's its own turn, right? So that wording definitely needs to be updated. Also in bugs this week, over on Operation Metaverse, they posted a video, and my guildmate shared this. I couldn't find the link to the video. Maybe you can. So in the description, there's a link to Operation Metaverse. But apparently, if you take an Admiral Raddus up against an Admiral Raddus, the first one that triggers Hope negates the other's ability to trigger Hope. So he said that one team got the Hope, got 100%, got the Hope, triggered it, boom, and then the Operation Metaverse host, and forgive me, I don't know this channel, they were stuck at 94% for the rest of the battle, never got it to go off. And the question is that a bug? Well, I went and I looked at Raddus's kit, and it says, Hope, limit 1 use per battle. I would note that does not say 1 use per battle per team. And thinking like a lawyer, that's probably what that means. So if you're going to take an Admiral Raddus up against an Admiral Raddus, my immediate thinking is don't. You'll time out, which is what they did. They drew, right? Raddus just does not put out damage. And it is a durable, survivable team. It is made to just absorb. So if you're not putting out enough damage and both teams are like unending revivals, basically, you're going to time out, which is exactly what happened. I mean, I saw that immediately. But only one Raddus can trigger Hope. Interesting. Okay, moving on. Oh, I was watching a video over on Zareth Prevail's channel, and he got this viewer question: Profundity or Grand Inquisitor? I can do one. I'm holding gear. You and Solo made me uncertain about my plan again last night. So Zareth talked a lot, and I agree with what he said almost entirely. Ships before GLs, GLs before journeys, whatever, for the most part. The Profundity is going to get you a heck of a lot more crystals throughout the year. If you get number 1 every day, it's 147,000 crystals a year. You want that. That's a lot of crystals. However, there's also a whole lot of community hate on Inquisitors. I am consistently beating Darth Revan, Padme, I mean full Relic 8 Padme teams, going 4-4 in Darkside Geonosian territory battles. Tonight, I just beat a Relic 8 CLS team. The Inquisitors are way better than their reputation. You can hate and be mad at CG if you want for the way they marketed and advertised them. Fair. But the team itself is solid as an offense team. There are things that cannot beat. Right now, I absolutely cannot beat Jedi Knight Luke led anything, which is so ironic. As the Jedi killers, they can't do that. But in addition to that, they have an assault battle. They have unending galactic challenges, which is frustrating, even though I'm red crating them like that, because I farmed them. It's still frustrating. I want more diversity in our game. They have unending conquest feats, it seems, and I guarantee you, I would bet a car that they are, not literally, but I guarantee they will be needed for a future GL or a future territory battle or both. And I do think if the game is still going on long enough, we will get Reva or other Inquisitors to further boost the team. But the rewards alone in the Galactic Challenge, the Conquest Simplicity, the Assault battles over time will actually reimburse most of your costs, if not all of it. It's definitely something to ponder. Somebody did some math, I think. Pico, I think, did the math and found out, yeah, actually you will net a positive, I think in like 18, 19 months or something. I don't remember exactly, but I've been playing the game for 5 years. Right, so 18, 19 months for a return on your investment, that's pretty far out. But I would have hit that already 3 times over again, roughly. So it's something to consider. Am I saying you shouldn't farm the Inquisitors? No, please don't think that. But maybe a slow farm, right? Maybe a slow farm. But they are definitely a better team, I think, than Admiral Raddus. That hurts to say. I don't have a Relic 9 Inquisitor. But I do have a Relic 9 Raddus. Also, Bad Batch, so sorry. Bad Batch has been delayed. If you were looking forward to Series 2, it's been delayed. When is it coming out? We do not know. It's definitely coming out. Disney has made it clear it's not shelved or tabled. It's happening. But is it going to come out in October or November? Don't know. There's a link below to this article from Star Wars Newsnet. You can check it out and read it. They're a lot more thoughtful and know more than I do about this. But if you were waiting, sorry, we're getting Andor this month in about 3 weeks. And then likely next month in October, we'll get Bad Batch Season 2. Because shortly after that in January is Ahsoka, I think. And then like in March is Skeleton Crew or something. And I can't wait for Skeleton Crew. If you don't know about that one, check it out. Looks wicked. Other Beyond the Table news, LEGO has released some 2023 kits. There's some cool ones. The TIE Bomber is coming. There's going to be, oh man, what is it? The TIE Bomber, I can't remember them. There's an indoor diorama. So if you're an Ewok nut like me, get ready. And lastly, of course, just to wrap this up, we got our calendar, what's coming ahead. Sadly, nothing has changed since last week other than Bad Batch got pushed back. Anyway, folks, that's it for the week. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you around. And once again, please give me that like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. All right, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.